The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to base. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Match box. Mike.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check. Shoot up, shoot up. Hot, hot. Check 37, check 37. Watch twist, let go.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Jackson now to throw again. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes, you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they...
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He can run, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He hit him earlier in this 1st quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive 1st half to get that lead. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mike, 53. Check. 53.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The Browns take over the 13-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Grant. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Go. 54 is Mike. 54. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
50, Mike. Hey.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Go 58 to Mike. He runs. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. It's just me and you. Look at me. Door. Out.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones hit and the ball's out. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Delta. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hey.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
53. Check 53. General West. Don't say nothing. Check 50. Check 50. Check 3. Check. Hey, lock it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Switch. Showing it. You're out.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 80 weapons. Check 49. Check 49. Sponge. No.
Now Jones. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. It's caught. Shepard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
58 for Mike, 58.
Ready? Off play action. Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch your leg. Protein spill.
Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
6 yards.
Look, squeeze. Get it.
Throwing Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Back to throw. Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Rhett Ellison. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Giants 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson now. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Go. Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson steps away to his left. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Jackson on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Jones now throwing to start the drive, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
They run it again with Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
57. Mike, 57. Push him back.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Jackson to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Kill. Rock it. Twins. Watch twins. Slam. Ready?
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaq Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
58 for Mike. Who that? 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants 14.
Ready? Mike 57. Watch the curl. 66. Pull it. Half. Deuce.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch his flat. Begin. Let's go. Get set. Watch 57's Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Giants take over.
We play to win. Let's
At their
go.
own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Switch. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood.
Now Jones, off play action. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On the ready.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
58, boys, 58, it's Mike. Watch twist.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session and the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
That's going to be a long day. 57 seconds.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Wahoo! Jam him, jam him, jam. 80 weapon. Yo, I got him. That's me. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. They'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. On 3rd and 1, Jackson flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
You don't want no problems.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Cleveland, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.